Alright. I'm probably gonna mention the boule, so I'm just gonna get this out there right now. I'm just saying, Jay-Z thinks we're not listening to him. What if he does bleed blue, even though he's not a crypto one, or however that verse goes? He bleeds blue, but he's not a crypto. And he's got Rockefeller Records, you know what I mean? And would a Rockefeller consider themselves to be blue bloods? So would they have a boule? Would Jay-Z be part of the I'm just asking questions. I don't know for sure. These are things you'd have to ask Jay-Z, and we'll get to that later. What do we got going on today? Because I gotta tell you, I watched about 2 minutes of that Uncle Will character, and he was talking about how stupid I am, about how I don't understand how business works. When I was talking about how we around the world enable communism. We pay China to do our work instead of us paying ourselves to work. You know what I mean? Uncle Will, you don't get that. Carl, that's business. When you want something, you purchase it. And I get that, but I get that. I get that. And it's really attractive when it's at a cheaper price than what you're willing to do it at, right? So that should tell you that you're enslaving people. You know what I mean? That have to do the work that you guys wouldn't do for that price. I don't think Uncle Will understands that the only way communism can exist is if you enable it. That's by giving them the opportunity to do exactly what they want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to clear that up. Anybody who thinks differently, please let me know. I don't understand people's thinking. Like the reason China's a world power is because we made it that way. We I don't understand like Larry Fink there, right? Finkelstein. You're using our money against us too. Well, not my money. BlackRock don't have any of my money, but can you imagine wielding power with other people's fucking money to get enough money for yourself so you don't have to even rely on other people's money? Just using the people, Larry Finkelstein. Anyways, I don't like Larry. I don't. I saw him in an interview where he said you have to make people do what you want them to do, or you fucking crush them. Like the interviews out there, I'll show you guys. Just because I don't like Larry doesn't mean you guys have to like Larry. I don't hate Larry. I want Larry to come to Jesus, but that's a heavy repentance, I think. But I don't know. I'm not Larry. It's from my perspective. You know what I mean? If George Soros can throw his perspectives out there for everybody to fucking take a look at, fucking maybe take a look at Larry Fink, Mr. DEA or I or whatever. Fuck. Hey, he's in the WEF, big proud sponsor of we'll own everything and you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. In order for that to happen, you got to be pretty unhappy to accept fucking having Listen, guys, listen to the slogan of the WEF. What kind of fucking retards want to own everything? What kind of fucking retards want that kind of fucking control? Hey, I don't get her. I'm lost in this world. I am. We got Ding Dong here and Ding Dong at, and I was thinking earlier, I wonder if Donald will have talk with Chi about, because Donald's a godly man and he's got to treat everybody fucking equally, right? And everybody knows it's been sold to us that China is the one that, well, that's where the fentanyl starts. You know what I mean? And I heard it's very dangerous to get caught with fentanyl in China. You just think it's just, I've heard it's bad. So Donald should be going to G saying, hey, how are you people sending fucking fentanyl to us when they know what happens to them if they sell it to your people? What's going on here? Why are you doing that to my people? Can we do something about it? Because guess what? Maduro, that dirty bugger. We got such great intel. We started bombing boats because we knew there were drugs on there. So, Chi, can we have an agreement that if we know there's drugs on your fucking boats, we're just blowing them up? No questions asked. And we're going to find out who the supplier is. And if you're the one allowing it, Chi, we're going to fucking Maduro you, bud. We're going to tell all your people you're just a big drug lord to the United States of America. Now, I'm not saying that's what she is. She might not be, there might be some underground network in China that wants to poison the fucking rest of the world and knows if it sells to itself, it's going to be in big trouble. So it'll sell to others and become rich. Could you imagine going to God? You got rich off of fentanyl. Can you handle that pain? There ain't enough fentanyl in the world. I don't think they can handle that pain of going to God, knowing that children died at your fucking hands. People just, you murdered, death killed them. You knew it was bad. You knew it could kill them, and you still fucking sold it. You imagine that, eh? See, I think God is real, and I think that there's consequences for our actions, but this world, no. Jesus died on that cross. And as long as I believe he rose on that third day, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? That Jesus, you was swell. To die for me and all my sins. Yippee! Anyways, so yeah, he should be like Don should be. Hey, we're not picking on you, Chi. We're going after everybody. We went after Maduro. We, as the United States, are not looking like a joke anymore. We're not allowing this shit into our country. And well, this ain't the Biden administration. They couldn't even find out who brought Coke into the most secure building in probably all of the world. There was no intelligence when Biden was in office. He didn't care about the drugs. Oh, shit. I don't know. What else do you think they're talking about? I saw this clip. I saw this clip, and Donald's so strong and so powerful. I seen the fucking fear in that motherfucker's eyes. He's scared at she like a little bitch. Like a little bitch. I saw it, right? You guys can go watch the video. Maybe it's AI or something. I don't know. But him and she are standing beside each other. And one of the fucking reporters is asking about Taiwan. And fucking Donald's just like, it's great to be here. I love Chi. She loves me. You don't think these dipshits got a backdoor deal? How could you say no? How could you say if Chi actually came to you, if you were Donald Trump and Chi knows to conquer and you've done? Listen, Donald, we let you take the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, fucking let you have her. We let you. We let you. No stink. We let you take Venezuela, but we ain't putting up much of a fight about Cuba. Hey, and we know you got a hard on for Greenland. Okay. You might already have a fight with the Greenlanders that you have to fucking take her by force. So you don't want any trouble from us, do you? You say that, and this Iran thing caused some issues on our oil, but been kind of a nuisance. So what I'd like to say is, well, when I want Taiwan, you better fucking shut your fucking pile, mister. You better fall in line and tell your people that, well, it was our land to begin with. Just like Putin. He deserves to have Ukraine or pieces of it or whatever the end fucking result's supposed to be over there. You know what I mean? What else do you think Donald and Xi are talking about? Think they're talking about the ballroom. Oh, when we have you, Chi, we're gonna have the best dance floor you ever been on, buddy. We're gonna we're gonna shake a rug there, bud. We're gonna do a lot of toot toot and a Fuck. Hey, 1 point something billion dollars. That's for other stuff, though. Don't forget, he's going to sue your DOJ, remember? Maybe he'll put that towards the fucking ballroom. Because remember, I just watched a fucking video of that knothead. And I wish England would wake up and all of them would just fucking Twitter him and go, Don, go fuck yourself on the BBC fucking lawsuit, bud. You got a problem. You sue the motherfuckers who did it. You know what I mean? Go fuck off. Leave us alone. Go after the people. Make the people who did it pay a price. Or is it always got to be about money about you, Don? Can't you just see somebody actually have to pay, get their ass spanked and pay? Take their money, Don, or is that not enough? Fuck. Can you imagine? $5 billion. I guess it's better. Well, he's suing his own people for 10 billion, right? You guys do know Donald Trump's suing the IRS. And when he says that, I don't know if you're smart enough to know this or not, but that's your tax dollars. Holy crap. Like, I can't believe I live in this world. Like, I can't, like, all right, let's do this now. Okay. What's going on, HK? We got four people in here. Okay. I want you guys to let me know where I'm wrong. Because, like I said, when I talk, it's just what I think, and I'm giving you guys the opportunity to let me know where I'm wrong. So, this whole tariff thing, okay? Now, do you guys remember? Because I remember a lot of videos where a lot of people, I can't remember if Don said it or whatever, but a lot of people were under the assumption that there was going to be like a $2,000 stimulus check because you guys were raking in off the fucking tariffs, right? Remember when I came out and said, fuck, I think Donald's misleading you guys. It doesn't make sense for him to take all of this tariff fucking money and then spend like it's already your guys' money, right? So it doesn't make sense to add administration costs and then pay you back from all the money that you already put into the tariffs. Okay. Like, I want to think this isn't the way it works because I'm really going to look stupid if I'm wrong. Okay. So that didn't make sense to me. So, because well, it was right there, and I seen it in the White House briefing room with Carolyn Levitt that Bezos was threatening or was going to, and it would have exposed that you guys were paying the fucking tariffs, that he was going to put why the shit was so much more money is because of the fucking tariffs. Here's the price you're paying on top of your P because it's actually a tax on you. Okay, this is what I think. So Bezos was going to do that. And well, what happened was Carolyn Levitt said, they're colluding with China. The Amazon's colluding with China. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Just the other day, Don, Don Juan there, Father Don to Roseanne Barr, he was just saying what a great guy Bezos is. I mean, if he's being a traitor with China, like you should probably get him behind bars and not fucking be his friend anymore, Don. You're not supposed to be friends with traitors, you idiot. That's what I thought, anyways. But so yeah. So in order to destroy Canada, your corporations like your GMs and your fucking Toyotas and all your car park places, right? They were having to pay tariffs for the car parts that we make in Canada. Okay. They were getting them at a discount tariff, though. Remember, your government gave the big corporations the tariff exemptions, not the exemptions, but the breaks. So, can you imagine this? I don't know. Do you think they did this on purpose? Because now, and we got to know. I don't know exactly what's going on with the tariffs now, but they're they're going to be back on because they had another way to do it or whatever, right? Another backdoor way. So when it became unlawful, it became unlawful. What happened was, is all these fucking corporations who had to pay all these tariffs, and they did get some breaks, but it didn't really matter if they got the breaks or not, because guess what? They get all their money back, and you guys don't. Let me know. Let me know if that went down like that. Let me know if that's the way the tariffs are going. You know what I mean? I don't like. Would they unswoggle their own people like that? You know what I mean? Oh man. Oh, do you know that water's starting to trade and they're talking about privatizing it, Canada? Can you imagine? Canada's completely fucking sold out. And like if it privatizes, once you privatize your water, you know you fucking lost control of the fucking plot. You know what I mean? It's not to have rulers down here. You let these fucktards like Carney play God, and they're evil. They're evil, and they're playing with evil people who tell you they're evil. They tell you the fucking plans that they have for you. It's disgusting. And the dorks that are doing it are just fucking like I say this all the time, like George Soros, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, Noah Harari. Like if you guys would just take a look and we could ask those guys some questions. Like Bill Gates, we should have a lot of fucking questions for. But instead, he runs around like fucking he's saving the world. And who knows? Like I said, maybe he is. Wouldn't it be nice to just fucking lay all the fucking conspiracies out there? And if they're not true, then old Bill Gates would have nothing to worry about. But unfortunately, I get to see, I get to be a people reader. And I see how angry he gets when people want to talk about Epstein with him. Well, Epstein's dead. When we like it sounded like Trump. Epstein's dead. Why are we even talking about this? Yes, I had a few dinners I shouldn't have had with. Well, but that's a fucking lie. Because on the files, you're trying to plan a pandemic with them, you motherfucker. Like, explain that. Explain that. And explain how you're in the cure and how you fucking wrote about her before she happened. Why you wanted her to happen with Epstein. What was the reasoning behind it? What was your ultimate goal? Well, ladies and gentlemen, go to James Oakey and you can pull up Epstein's fucking chalkboard and I'll just tell you what the ending says. It says dank brain. They have this whole plan of everything that they're doing, what they have control of, and what they want the end result to be. And it's a fucking danked brain based on the perceptions that George Soros he tells you he's into philosophy. He's more into philosophy than business. And his philosophies are if you can get people to think what the fuck you want them to think, they will fucking think that way. Okay. So he gets people to think a certain way and then he gets to make money and more money and more money and more money. And then he gets to be the great preceptor. Now he's got control of, you know, outlets where he can let the perceptions out that he wants. Ask him. He looks at himself as a kind of a god because he knows he has control over people and they don't even know it, but they tell you. George Soros doesn't hide the fact, like, telling you guys. Like I was saying it before Candace Owens was. So if you can fucking I'm not saying I knew something before. She probably maybe never mentioned it and knew it. Fuck, I'm just saying that something fucking is going on with Ukraine. Like, like I'm not just talking the laundromat that is. We were warned by Bill Gates before that war. Dirtiest country in the world came out of his fucking mouth. Okay. Yeah. Trafficking, all sorts of bad stuff, all sorts of witchery. Hey, those are Bill Gates's words. But you look into how George tells you how important it was for him to get his open society into Ukraine. And you got to know that Just I could just fucking start putting in the pieces for you, but Crestia Freeland. I don't know this for sure now. And I would hope that it was an honest mistake, but I honestly think that my government was testing the stupidity level of its country. When it brought a Nazi into parliament and he got a standing O. Pictures with the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, everybody. And they thought, I think that they thought that nobody would notice. Nobody would clue in, that they would just have to say keywords and everybody would be like, this dude is fucking a hero, right? So they brought him in and they say, this is a World War II veteran who fought for the Ukrainians against the Russians. I'm like, I don't know my history all too well, but I know that, well, America likes to brag and say that it freed the whole world in World War II. If it wasn't for us, Frenchies, you'd be speaking German. But those Ruskies, they did have a lot to do with her. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they did contribute. So yeah, so there was a faction of Ukrainians who decided to be part of Hitler's crew. Anyways, I think it was a test to see how stupid we were. I think they thought they were going to pass the test, but someone fucking caught them. The rest, the rest of the country didn't stand up and go, "What is this fucking about?" Like, you guys, like, I'm not very highly educated and fucking, like, what's there? I bet you nothing ever happened to that guy. I bet you never had to pay a fucking too old to worry about, hey? They're just gonna send him to hell thinking he's a fucking hero. Should have that old man out there repenting. But then again, a lot of the Ukrainian and German castaways, they came our ways, eh? Our ways. Which ways did they go? The Nassau way, eh? It does bother me. It does bother me that you know the beginning of Nassau, right? And then you're like, why is Billy Phillips teaching the Zohar in Nassau? Why is that something that the Nassau people need to learn? I don't like. Is this some Chabad stuff or is the I haven't looked to see is the Zohar part of Chabad? I should do that. Who are the Zoharians and who are the Chabadians and who are the Jews that are smart enough to know that the Ten Commandments fucking mean something? Those are the Jews that I'm into. Those are the cool Jews for me. The other ones who think that you can murder, death, kill because you're God's special chosen people. I think you'll find out when you meet God. So fucking carry on, carry on, carry on. How many souls of torment do you want to take to God with you? You know what I mean? You want to stick things up people's butts? Where would that send you? You know what I mean? You can fucking read your Talmud all you fucking want. But I don't think it's gonna put God in a good mood because those weren't his commandments. Those were commandments that men written down for you, saying that they were writings for God. Hey, those who are waiting for a war hawk, a war hawk could not be in the Ten Commandments. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. The Reb, the Rebbe. Hey, could you imagine being tricked and fooled by your idol? Like, if you guys can't figure out the Rebbe, if he was hanging out with Netanyahu, saying, buddy, you're going to bring on the Mashiach. You're the guy, Benji. That's why I worry about Shmuley too. I worry for Shmuley. I don't think he can handle what's going to come. If he had to face the truth and fucking had to understand that the commandments mean something, and he's just sidestepping them. He just don't give a fuck about them, and he's trying to justify them with all his books of men. And like I said, I got a soft spot for Shmuley. I'd love to watch him come to Jesus. Not kosher Jesus. No, the Jesus that makes fucking Shmuley powerful, not over others, and for himself. You know what I mean? Walk and talk and be in the truth and not want to think you're special than anybody else, but no, you are special. You are the one. You are the chosen one, Shmuley. But you got to choose your butt. And you got to choose you in truth. That's number one, numero in truth. But don't be of your ancestors of the past. You know what I mean? Don't miss out on Christ this time around. Really. Like Shmuley, fucking, he was a gangster, man. A gangster that never would have laid a finger on anybody. And he knew he was special. But he knew if he fucking broke the commandments. And I think he came down to try and make us understand the commandments more. There's some stories in. I don't know. You still haven't left the couch. Go get some fresh air. No, I don't like people and their lies, but I used to be out all the time. You can see in my spiritual journey. I used to be out in nature taking pictures all the time. Went through picture phase. Went through painting. It's amazing when I look at all those paintings and I line them up. I'm just like, you can kind of tell a story, but the end painting, I don't know about. Anyways, yeah. When you get trespassed off of churches, but I don't know. You seem to lose faith in humanity. You know what I mean? And those who are supposed to be there for Christ, they fucking really truly let me down. Any Christian I've asked to have a conversation or debate with, fuck no. Fuck no. Not your fucking Jesus that'll bring me power. I don't want that. I want the one where I have to do nothing and I can be a great big pedal protector and not worry about my future or the children's future. I can just sit here and watch my foosball game or my hockey game or whatever, you know what I mean? And sports are great, but when we lose sight of what we should be looking at. What else do we got for? Do you want to hear my church story again? Could you imagine someone who almost gave it all up? You know what I mean? Failed at the attempt. He's been fucking ring-a-dinging through the hospital system so many times. He's went and asked for help from fucking so many different places and nobody will talk. It's fucking weird, man. It feels like I say this shit and it's like people are gonna think there's no way that could happen. But unfortunately, I think I got the receipts. But if I don't, maybe someone could take the time and show me where I don't. But yeah, can you imagine a lot of people's last resort going to God? Fucking, can you imagine somebody who's decided not to give up and they're fucking hanging out behind fucking church, just sitting there on a picnic table, minding their own business, not fucking hurting anybody. And you ask to talk to that priest, you're like, hey, anytime. And you get shit trust. Yeah, trespass. This is this is the best humanity has to offer, Christian. There to offer you help. And much more to that story, but I get myself in trouble because I say what I want to say because I should be able to do that. That's why I take myself out of humanity. Because when I'm faced in front of people, I have to tell the truth. And it makes people uncomfortable. Like with that church thing, this is the way it started. Okay. I used to walk in the park and all that and around and then go to the church down here. And there was a pond in the back. And then back there, there was like a little trail I could walk with my dog down and then back through. And then there was she's like a little stream or creek or whatever you want to call her. And it kind of makes like an island where there's a picnic table. And so me and the dog used to go sit there sometimes, or sometimes I go sit there by myself or whatever. Or we wouldn't even go sit at the picnic table. Me and the dog would just go for a walk back and forth, talk to God, pray to God. And because I thought the church would be a good place, you know what I mean? So, anyways, like I said, I can't remember if I had my dog or not with me. The one time I'm walking back, and I was only back around the pond and stuff like that. And somebody's coming walking this way, and I give them the nod, and hey, and like that. And then I noticed, you know what I mean? I noticed that he had taken a picture of me. And I thought to myself, how cowardly of him. Hey, sir, did you just take a picture of me? Well, yeah. Uh, can I ask why? Do you think I'm handsome? Is that what you're up to there, big boy? And he's like, no, I've noticed you walking back here. And I'm like, yeah, you've noticed me walking back here and the kids that go fishing in the pond and all sorts of other people that come walking back here. Why would you take a picture of me? Why wouldn't you just ask me what I'm doing back here? Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't it make more sense to be a man and not sit there and be scared and scared and take a fuck picture of me there, bud? Why? No. So I know that picture got its way to the priest. So when he saw me sitting back there on the island, he was like, "You see me?" Because I was walking back, and he's all like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing back there?" Talking to God. You got a problem with that? Well, no, no. All right. I just sit back there and I pray to God. You ever want to come back? I'd love nothing more than to talk about God with you. You know what I mean? You're a priest and stuff like. And he's like, well, we had some homeless people back there and blah blah blah. And I was just like, yeah, well, I'm not homeless, but I'm not looking to make an encampment back there. I'm not just like I said, you ever want to come back and talk? Good, yeah, 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 yeah. Lo and behold, I go back again, and there's fucking no trespassing sign on there. And I thought to myself, must be something about me. And lo and behold, there's the preacher again. And I'm like, hey, Bob, what's up? Anyways, he lied and stuff. I'm not going to go into the full story. But I felt like maybe he didn't. Maybe he's good to go to God. But he did some lying. And I said, hey, Bob, you know you're lying and you got to take that to God. And that fucking pissed him off. Oh, he was mad at me. And I was like, well, tell me I had the right to do that. And I was like, yeah, you do. But you're lying about the fucking way it went down. I had the right. Yes, yes, you do. But you don't have the right to lie and go to God, okay? And you got to go to God. Fucking picking his children off your fucking church, mister. Do you imagine if I was chosen from God and he has to be the preacher that fucking booted me off his fucking property because I asked him and said I was praying to God and if he ever wanted to have a conversation, I was fucking more than willing to. Holy jackass, eh? But who knows? Maybe I'm just fucking mentally ill. Maybe he felt that I was being violent and suicidal back there. That's why I'm afraid. I should be able to go this Sunday. I should be able to go to that fucking church. And I should be able to tell my story to him and say, hey, is this who you want leading you to Jesus? And I'd say right to the preacher, like, hey, bud, if you want to fucking rebuke me and what I'm saying, that would be the time, buddy. But remember, either way, you got to tell the truth. So, and you can't go to heaven if you're going to be a big fat liar. So, if I'm the dirtbag, make sure you tell on me because if it's you, you don't want to fucking let me hang for your stupidity, but because that does not go well for you. Anyways, rural Tennessee. Carl, why don't you save the Tumbler Ridge kids? Well, bud, why do you want me to save all the kids? Why do you want me to sit here all by my fucking lonesome and you get to fucking kick back and do fucking nothing? But why do I have to be all the kids' saviors? Fuck, I'm asking everybody to step up. I don't want to be your superhero, bud. I don't want to be the kid's superhero. Maybe an inspiration so that they always know that they are a fucking superhero if they're in the truth. Because you're a villain. You're a villain if you're in the fucking lie, bud. And you're in a lie. You're in a lie that tells you that there's nothing you need to do to help the children. You're stupid, man. Get a grip. Be the superhero you need to be, dude. I bet not once you did pick up after your dog. Yeah, eyes open. I just fucking let my dog shit everywhere. Are you an idiot? Would you like me to go grab my dog bags for you and show you? Fuck. I fuck. You want like you're desperate. You grasp fucking for straws there, but you want to make it sound like I'm the kind of person that wouldn't pick up my dog's poop and let you step in it. No. Oh, fucking. That reminds me of this story, stepping in dog shit. Ah, I'll tell you this story. So, anyways, we're we're disc golfing in town here, and we're about to start throwing again. And there's these two old dudes with their dogs, okay? And they're sitting there complaining to us. They're like, I don't know why they allow you guys to play this stupid game here. You just, we have to be careful where we go, and we should just be able to run free with our dogs. And it's just like, are you kidding me, man? Do you know how many families get to use this for free and they use the park for this specific thing when there's like fucking many other parks where this isn't where there's nobody playing. You can go walk your dog and nobody, the disc golfers can't bother you. Anyways, he was giving it to us, and I was just like, "Hey, bud, you got some real problems in fucking life, eh? If us playing disc golf has fucking got you all charged up." And then I fucking go to throw my disc, and I tell you, I stepped in fucking dog shit, and I was fucking mad. I was like, "Oh, I fucking dog owning fucking non-picker uppers, fucking." You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things, eh? Could you imagine complaining that people are outside having fun and they're ruining where you want to be? Meanwhile, there's so much fun. Ah, shit. That park even leads to another park where there's no disc golf. Fuck. Anyways, what else you guys want to talk about? Oh, full disregard. No, bud, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. I did not vote this time. Didn't vote. Well, Carl, it's your fault, Peter Polyev. I don't trust Peter Polyev neither. He is the crown's loyal opposition. He works for the crown. He don't work for Canada and its people. You know what I mean? And neither does the RCMP. That's reigned by the crown because Justin Trudeau's daddy made it that way. That's what I think. You guys let me know if I'm wrong, please. Please, 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 please. Okay, let's go over this. This is only what I think. Okay. Rural Tennessee. Big Kevin Hart fan. Jumanji. Love Jumanji, right? Jumanji. What if you're in Jumanji? You're in the video game Jumanji. And you have to find your true character and let go of. Anyways, hey, because I thought to myself, okay, I'm just Pat Williams says he's a man of God, okay, okay, and the Illuminati can't buy it. He's good. He tells you he's good, but he leads you to believe that Kevin Hart probably ain't on the right side of shit. He's wore a dress or two in his time, and well, Cat Williams leads you to believe that if there was like that guy that got herpes from Diddy, part of a boule, hey, then Kevin Hart would probably be part of the boule, right? You would think. You'd want. And, and you got to say, fuck, that guy gets opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I don't know if the opportunities have stopped. Kevin Hart managed inside the collapse of Kevin Hart's whatever. Now, if I was Cat Williams, I thought, what would I do? If I was a man of God and they asked me to come roast Kevin Hart, and I've insinuated that he's part of like the bad he's he's a bad representative for black people. You know what I mean? He's trying to show them that he's an inspiration, but meanwhile he sold his soul to the boulets. So I was like, what would I do? Like I thought at first, I was like, why would Cat Williams show up for that? And then I thought to myself, you have to. You have to fucking be a man. You shoot your lips off about Kevin Hart behind his back. You better do it as a man and do it right in front of him when given the opportunity. So that way, Evan has a chance right in front of you to address your roast. So if you're wrong, he can roast you back. It is his roast, so he should be able to do whatever Kevin wants, right? I mean, I thought to myself, I haven't watched it. I only watched part of it, and it was the Kevin Hart asking for a truce or whatever, like a, and I think they hugged it out. And I thought to myself, that I couldn't do. If Kevin Hart and I knew he was part of Satan's crew, running with the booze, I personally would have to say, no, Kevin, please prove me wrong. You're part of Team Satan. I can't go over there and hug you and enable you and tell you that I love you, though, Kevin, and I want you to come to Christ. And whatever contract Satan gave you really is null and void. It's make believe. You you can't give him your soul, Kevin. You're not in control of it. Only on earth. And if you give it away, for being a boule, I don't know. These are just my thoughts, just based on there is a boule. If there is a boule, it's on based on things people have said, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I would say the only way you're getting a hug is if you repent, Kevin. You gotta tell the people what you were up to, what part of association you're with. You know what I mean? You kind of want to start over, Kevin. You got to take your licks and your punishments and got to humble yourself, Kevin. This isn't where you're going to need the people to love you, Kevin. It's where you're going to have to spend a lot of alone time and learn to love yourself. Figure out where you went wrong. What happened? How do you make sure it never happens again? We don't even know how these people get into these situations, right? Like, yeah, Kevin Hart got caught with that sex tape. You know, what if they had something worse than that on Kevin? And Kevin's forced to cluck like a chicken whenever he has to fucking do something, or the world would know what he's capable of. I don't know. I think drugs and alcohol are taking a toll on humanity, but that's just my opinion. I mean, more overdoses, more tax dollars going to enable overdoses because people can't see a fucking shred of light of fucking future. We're not worried about these people because they're less than, and until it fucking happens to you, you know what I mean? And it's not hard to watch the fall of a man, you know what I mean? Fuck, a man can, a good, solid dude, always been a hard worker his whole life, and all of a sudden he falls at work and falls the wrong way and fucks his hip up, and he can't do the work that he's always fucking done, and it's so painful that he has to take those fucking just fucking a constant stream of fucking medication just to deal with the fucking pain. And then all of a sudden you're going past your prescriptions and you fucking need something because the pain's just so much. All of a sudden you're in a spiral and fucking everything's gone in a heartbeat. I don't know. Drake didn't just drop Iceman, he dropped 3 albums. Oh my gosh. OT. But you got the wrong guy here for Drake. But he was one waiting for Billie Eilish to turn 18. Hey? I don't maybe Drake's part of the boule. I don't know. I don't know. He seems to be want to be a gangster. There's always gunshots going off in his hood. I'm not even kidding. Fucking fuck. What if what's his nuts is telling the truth about Drake? Eh? I find that Billie Eilish thing odd, weird. But I find Billie Eilish odd and weird as well. And it's not nice to say that about a child, but she's all sort of mixed up, I think. She doesn't know, like, if she's so fucking. She's nasty filled in with nice. I don't. I want everybody to come to home. But I hate thinking this way. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. But then I think the alternative. I could be sleeping. I could be sleep. I could. I could be. I could be. I could be Uncle Will. I could have no comprehension of fucking anything. I could just just think I'm a little sailor boy, and then and there's I borrowed my Triple T app, and it told me, "Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now." Oh, what smart mouther got to say? Carl, if you really want to talk to God, you need to take some DMT. He will talk to you directly. I don't need to take DMT to talk to God there, muchachos. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You need to learn how to talk to God. But if you think you're talking to a God and you don't have to accept the truth, it's probably Satan. You know what I mean? If it's telling you, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. When Jesus says, those who endure, those who endure to the end, right? Does enduring sound like fun? Not to me. It doesn't sound like fun. It's not fun. It's not fucking fun riding with Christ. You know what I mean? And knowing you're human, and you might have it wrong too. So you should always listen to others. But you guys don't listen at all to anybody but yourselves. And you're not yourselves. You're George Soros. You're Klaus Schwab. You are Bill Gates. Why? Because Noah Harari said so. Listen, you're hackable. You've been hacked. I want to get, oh man, I just like, what do you, see, here's the deal. Oh man. See, I'm like, of two minds here. I'm like, one day I was thinking I'll sell merch. And I'd get like great big posters of Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, and George Soros. The wizards who stole the world's brain. I don't know. What do you guys think, eh? That'd be a good merch thing. I'd have to have creative merch that I fucking designed myself, right? But then again, I think to myself, like I said, I'm of two minds. I'm like, fuck. I don't like it when people use my image neither. So maybe I shouldn't. I wouldn't want posters up about me. Posters of me in my Captain Common Sense outfit, like Trump and this thing. You guys see the gold statue of Trump? Hey, all those religions worshiping the Trumpster. Oh man, I don't know. Uh, Oh, like we went through none of this again. I was gonna go through this. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've been on here for an hour. Let's talk one more thing before we go. You guys got anything you want to say about Elon Musk? Cause he's over in China. Hey guys, he's over in China. We're gonna talk about Elon. He's a gutless piece of shit, that Elon. Gutless, cowardly he is. Okay, guys, imagine you had a friend, right? And you found out or knew that that friend was part of the Epstein files on the bad side of it, or you wouldn't say anything, right? Because that's your friend. You're not going to sell him down the river over stupidity because that's your friend. But yet, friend or not, you hurt fucking children, you're going to go down, bud, right? So I have a whole hard, I have a hard time with Elon Musk coming out telling the whole world, one of the richest men in the world, told us that Donald was part of the Epstein files. Now, you would think Elon wasn't just saying he's he's in the files. Like, that wouldn't be a good friend because Elon himself has found himself in the files, okay? But if Elon's innocent and didn't go to the parties that he talked about or whatever, got a better sense about him. Why would you go back and hang out with Trump? Like, doesn't that, like, I'm gonna know, like, that's the fucking president of the United States. And Elon threw the fucking hammer down. And Elon's hammer was silent. It was limp. It had no sauce. It had no effect on the world the way it should have. There should have been a full scale investigation on either Elon or Trump. You can't have people with that much fucking money running around playing make believe in their head, trying to take people down that didn't do anything. Right? And you would want to take the whole thing serious when Elon says that Trumper is not a good dude. He was doing the icky shuffle with fucking Epstein. So these are just questions I have. I'm not going to hang out with you. Are you guys? Until you 100% sure know that they're not what you've said they are? Wouldn't you come back to the world and say, hey, I fucked up. I tried to convince the world that Donald Trump was a horrible dude. I got some bad information or whatever. You know what I mean? But no, these fucking rich breaks, they can do whatever they want. So I'm going to tell you something else. Man, I wish I could look into this a little bit more. One thing that really caught my eye about Elon is you guys know that people are that are guilty of stuff, they act irrationally. They do things that don't fucking make sense. Like the reason I think Ashton Kutcher's into bad shit, it's just human behavior. He wanted his eyes off of something instead. He put my eyes on it. Why would you not want to protect children when you have those speeches so fucking. So, anyways, so when Elon first got X, remember X was Elon wasn't always Twitter then, but he bought it to save free speech. Now, there was this human trafficking advocate called Elijah Blue. Okay. Elijah left, something like that. Something like that. And she said that she was a victim of trafficking and that she was a supporter and that they had some house that they had together so they could, help people that had been trafficked and whatever. Okay. So Basically, what happened was, is a lot of people started posting old videos of her and they didn't look good. So what she did is she tried to get them removed off the internet rather than, hey, I told you guys I was a victim. See how I was behaving? It's not me anymore. But instead, they were kicking people off the internet, like off X, because of this Eliza Blue, and Elon's trying to protect her. And I'm like, what is going on here? But I thought to myself, is this another Ashton Kutcher moment? Because I'll tell you guys, the Mormon dude, not Nick Shirley, but the fucking, what's his name? Oh, Tim Ballard. Hey, why are these guys who play the fucking hero fucking zeros? Be happy for once, Carl. Shh. You just described yourself. Whatever, buddy. Whatever you want to think about me, I don't care. I really don't. We both get to go to God. I don't even know if you're real or not. You might even be a bot. You know what I mean? I might have bots against me. What were we going to look at? Candace Owens. Thomas Massey's in some trouble. I'm just going to pull something up and show you guys. Yeah, to me, you guys all should have known right off the hop. Fucking Trump administration. This was such a big thing to start off the way. I lost respect for her. I lost respect for Tulsi Gabbard. I lost respect for them all based on they were all lying to put the signal out. They all lied about it. Every one of them. Fucking gross. And why would you do that? You knew the evidence was out there because the world don't fucking care. He hangs the Department of War is the man of Jesus. Strength through war, Carl. This is how we get shit done in America. We are America first. God comes second. God's what we want him to be. We can justify our violence, stupidity, and ignorance any way we like. Fuck you and fuck your commandments, Carl. Your God sucks. We want the whole Bible, not just one word. The word. The word. Hey, smart mouther, would you be in the word? What's the word? And it ain't turd. Hey, you're the turd if you're not with the word. Hey, which one are you? Are you with the word or the turd? I like that one. Are you with the word or the turd? The turd's easy to be with. Wow. Listen, the truth should be easy to be with. And I think if I got around other people who thought similarly, this would probably be a whole lot easier, but I don't know. When you're being trained by God and the whole world serves Satan, not saying the whole world, but most of it, and it'd be just an easy change, you know what I mean? Hey, we could have a much better life if we just fucking give up our lies, ignorance, and stupidity, not let others rule us. Carl, I'll answer your question. When you answer my question, your respect means nothing to the world, including your household, Carl. Well, smart mouther. What if Carl's not a liar and his family's with Satan? Hey, buddy, what if you never wanted to take the time and listen to me? Hey, the stories are out there. But all this stuff, all this bad stuff about me on the internet, I put it out there, dude. The 3 a.m. story. I thought I could talk about it and say, hey guys, sometimes things what you hear aren't fucking the truth, but sometimes there's a little truth twisted in their fucking twisted little evil minds when it comes out. Hey, trying to help you guys, show you guys, but fuck, no, we won't talk about it, Carl. We'll just hold it against you. We'll make our own version up. I put that out there for a reason. Every fucking thing I put out there. You know what I mean? So I could show you my adventures. You know what I mean? If you're going to train with God, you got to be able to bring receipts. Okay. There's going to be an adventure being with God, and you just got to prove yourself these days. And it's not hard, guys. Everything's recorded. Okay? Everything. You know what I mean? But nobody remembers that. And well, when you have consciousness, even though it looks crazy, it's got consciousness. All you want to do is the truth. And unfortunately, sometimes when you start out with consciousness, you have to have the mind of a child, right? Michael Jackson thought it was you need to act like a child, like, but really have the mind of a child and be open to possibilities. Ask why. You know what I mean? Be a little adventurous. Don't worry about being wrong. Know you're wrong when you're wrong. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay. Rule of Tennessee. Does that make sense? Give up stupidity when it no longer serves you. You know what I mean? Like I hate talking down on things. I really fucking do. But I feel so strongly that Wes Huff is leading people so far astray into, I hate to say it, but the Zoharian Jesus. There's no responsibility with being with Christ if you want to fucking listen to Wes. Like, I don't even know what Michaela Peterson's thoughts are or whatever. I should That was such a disingenuine, like it was it lacked authenticity. It just and there was a whole lot of it felt like a pussified message being thrown out there for Christians to feel good in. Don't know why people listen to these people. Don't know why they don't listen to Jesus. Jesus says, when I return, people are going to fucking turn on one another. In order to be with me, you're going to have to separate yourself from the shit. You're going to have to want to not be a part of it and enable it. Jesus says, well, like, what the fuck do you guys think the sword of truth is? I am so tired of listening to people talk about their fucking truth. Ah, fuck. I couldn't. Oh, it's not truth that matters. And if you're not willing to search it and meet it halfway, because it's there, Jesus said, I'm there. Turn around and fucking face me. Face me. Know who you are. Look inside yourself. Find your divine self. But somehow they've casted this weakness as divinity. I'm so tired of the words in this world. I'll tell you guys a little story. Then I'm going to go. So I use the word homosexual to identify gays. Okay. Because gay to me means happy, right? It doesn't mean homosexual. Like, that is the only word to truly describe someone who likes the same gender. That's that's the word that was given to it, right? To identify it, right? The identifier, the name. So my wife proceeds to tell me the other day, this is how soft people are. Carl, don't say homosexual. And I was like, why? Well, Carl, because your son is gay and he likes it better when you call it gay. He doesn't want to hear that word. And I was like, how could he be offended by what he is? Can you please explain to me? Well, why can't you just do that for your? And I was just like, no, gay means happy. And I think all gay people are happy. You know what I mean? I don't understand how people can get offended by stupid fucking words that describe what you're talking about. It's like this grape thing. Like, we make shit stupid. It's just a fucking word. There's only one word we should be worried about. But but I couldn't believe I was having this conversation. And she's like, wow. And it's just like, what about me? What about my feeling towards happy? Hey, I get it. It's just a stupid thing, but We get offended by these fucking words and we make them just so you can't even fucking say them anymore. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I'm offended of what I am. Well, if you're offended, then don't be it. Fuck, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, shit, this is a hard world to live in. But, like, my duty as a man of Christ is to try and bring people to the truth. And that takes a lot of soul searching. And I'm just trying to get people to fucking want the truth. That's all I want. Holy shit. I just want the truth. Fucking shooting star, eh? Do you imagine wishing upon a shooting star? God, I just want the truth. I've surrendered myself, branded myself with the truth. Now I see the fucking shooting star. And yeah, I wished upon a shooting star. That was the first one I ever seen that I was like, fuck yeah, that was a shooting star. I'm gonna have to wish on her. And all I said is, God, please just give me the fucking truth, regardless of what it is. Even though I'd already dedicated my life to her, you know what I mean? I branded myself. New Torah right there. Should be. It's all in the brain. Remember, guys, before we leave, there's something you need to remember. Jesus said it's going to be about spirit and mind, right? What else did he say? Heart and truth. Heart and truth. So you got to really want Jesus in the brain. Can't get to God without it. Can't open up your communication station, and I'm not telling you that God sits there and I wish I was Brandon Biggs or whoever the fucking ear guy is, but or Julie Green or any of these other people were they have to write down just no, it's just you can run off faith and you can see what you think God's trying to show you and just be open because it's not always what you think. But I'm gonna go. You guys all have a good one. Oh, we got Tennessee accountability in here. Uh, that gets cast down upon which all I experienced, hence why he was able to warn us what's coming. But dolts will be dolts. Yeah, I know. Dolts will be dolts. That's a good one. I care about feelings. Feelings are silly to have, just as silly as having trust or a belief system. Well, Tennessee accountability. I mean, feelings should be indicators for us. You know what I mean? If you're angry, figure out why you're angry. There's a reason you're angry. Either you're the cause of it and you don't want to admit it, or someone else is the cause of your anger and you should deal with it so you don't have to get angry all the time. You know what I mean? Or if something makes you sad all the time, then again, sometimes sad is good, right? Sad is memories. Feelings can be good. It's got to learn how to balance them out. Kind of see accountability. That's it. Learn how to identify and to balance them out and try and deal with them the best that you can. And know that if you weren't trying to hurt anybody, but you still fucked up, and that's the best kind of learning. But anyways, I'm gonna go, and you guys have a good one.